There it is. Sea surface temperature January to April. Okay.
Yes, excellent.
Yep, there it is.
Zach Labe, global mean surface temperature anomaly is departure from average so far this year, second highest on record. No super El Nino this year either. Concerned face. So let's dive in. Let's unpack.
Now that's interesting because we were talking about okay that it looked like it was going into a La Nina. Then it said, it's reversing, went to El Nino. I think what the situation is, it's probably more of the neutral. It's neither a La Nina nor an El Nino. And he says no super El Nino, which means that if there were one, it would probably be very, very moderate, or very, very, minor. Let's put it that way. So I'm thinking now that it's looking more of a neutral position. But still, when you look at this, I mean, you got this green graph and you got the red dot at the end with 2020. Looking at the green graph, if you were to put a regression curve through that, it's going to be up to the right and it's going to be positive slope.
Positive slope, yes, that's the way to say it.
Which means that, again, this is sea surface temperatures. That means, look how much the water, we're talking from, say, I got to look at from like 0.6 of a degree Celsius below, below zero. Okay, so minus 6 degrees C, and it's up to basically 0.3, 0.4. That's almost a whole degree C for sea surface temperatures.
I feel like that was a big story last year or the year before that, where it's saying that the oceans have warmed 1 degree Celsius. But this shows it. I mean, but this
Now,
is the
now the
first 3
reason
months.
now the reason you can have negative, you know, degrees Celsius and still have liquid water is because salt decreases the freezing point of water.
Okay.
So,
You do know.
so when you have salt water, an ocean would say 33, 34 parts per thousand salinity. Water does not freeze at 32F, it will freeze at 28F. Well, 28F is about, let's say that's about minus 2C or something like that, minus 2, 2.5C. Minus 0.6 is warmer, so it's still going to be liquid. And reason why the average, this is sea surface temperature average, so this is the whole planet averaging out. You've got a lot of oceans at high latitudes. That's why the average is down that way. So you're going from minus 0.6 to basically almost positive 0.4. That's a full degrees Celsius for the average, all the oceans of the planet averaging increase.
And Celsius,
That is a
yeah,
lot of heat
a lot
energy
of heat
that's
energy.
been absorbed. It is this heat energy that why we saw the sudden reversal in the sea ice, where the sea ice this past year was above the median, 30-year median, and then it quickly dove down below.
I misspoke earlier. I said the first 3 months. It's actually the first 4 months, January through April. So it's tracking 2020 as
Yeah.
A unit, right? So the line is going up, but it's not fully up because the year. We'll see what happens with the rest of the year.
We still have, the next coming months, and don't forget when we get to September or so, that's the oceanic summer.
Okay.
So March and April is still kind of considered oceanic winter.
And look how
Look at the
high it
temperatures.
is.
Yes, exactly.
Look at it compared to the 2000s.
Yeah.
2020 to the 2000s. I mean, our low. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. Well, our low is definitely lower than the high of. Okay. There's so much. The highest point in the 2000s is the low of the 2010s.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
So overall, once again, we're accelerating warming. And we're talking about the ocean. That's not good for obvious reasons. The fish and the animals living in the ocean have nowhere to go. They're gonna boil.
And again, when you see the up and down, again, that's reflecting seasonal variations.
But yeah, you said the positive slope is going up.
But when you fit the regression curve through that point there, Yeah, I would have liked to seen Zach done such a thing,
I
like we
see.
did with the CO2 levels. But it looks like there's a lot of letter M's in here.
Just a staggering image. I mean, everything just keeps going up, and then when it's known that it's going to keep getting warmer, then it's
What's interesting when you look from 2010 to 2020, it almost just goes straight up. There's no like little dips or anything like that. We don't see a dip until late 2019 into 2020
in
before it goes
2020.
back up.
Yeah, it's going back up. It's going back up.
So that to me was a very telling graph. And then you can, juxtapose that with Brian's graph, where he
Right.
basically says, I just love how he puts it, in the least surprising news of the
Yeah.
you got to know Brian. He's got a very dry sense of humor. It's
Okay. I
like
see.
we we extended a streak of consecutive months with above normal global sea surface temps to 527.
And oh, it was also the warmest April SST on record.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, this kind of secondary here. Yeah, we just had the warmest April, but 527 months. Okay, that's over 40 years.
Okay, Jim. I mean, once again, just shocking.
40 years is 480 months. 50 years is 600 months. So like 45 years. That takes you to the mid 70s. And if you look at the graph, look at this, it says 76 to present is 44, 45 years. And it's
It just
all in the red.
all in the red.